Hi everyone, and welcome back to Queen G's Recipes. And today I'm going to be showing you something a little different and something you haven't seen on my channel yet, but I am very excited to show you how to make this wonderful savory ham and cheese cake. So it is most definitely savory, has no sweetener or sugar or anything in here. But as you know, the recipe is always in the description box. So I'm just going to go over the ingredients, but all the quantities will be in the description box as always. So let's go over what we're going to be needing here. What I have here is flour mixed with baking powder. So I have 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and I have 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Here we have mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, and grated parmesan. We have some milk. We have some ham. I actually purchased the Black Forest ham, like the one you buy in a chunk, and I sliced it up and cubed it. But you can buy cooked ham, prosciutto cotto, whatever you like, you can add into this recipe. So I also have here some sour cream, vegetable oil or any flavorless oil of your choice, 4 whole eggs. We have some spices here, which are salt, black pepper, dried parsley, oregano, a little bit of paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, and that's that for spices. And we also have 2 tablespoons of scallions. Now, we also have some sesame seeds, which we will be using for the top of our cake. So that's that. And I will be showing you the pan I will be using and the best way to keep your cake from not sticking to your pan. I will show you everything later. So now we're going to work on this, and I will be making my cake in my standing mixer as always, because it is easier for you guys to see and it is easier for me as well. But most definitely you can use a whisk spatula and a bowl, or you can even use an electrical hand whisk machine. So let's move on. Okay, so before anything, I just wanted to show you guys that I took about 2 tablespoons of the flour mixture and I added it into my cubes of ham, and I gave it a nice mix so they were all coated in the flour, so that when we bake our cake, all the ham doesn't go directly to the bottom of the cake and it spreads throughout the cake. So I'm putting that aside, and now we're going to add in our eggs. We're going to add in all of our cheeses. Okay, and we're going to add in our sour cream. Okay. And now we're going to give this a good mix for about a minute or 2. Okay, so now that that has been mixing for 2 minutes, we're going to add in our vegetable oil and our spices. And we're going to give this another mix for about 30 seconds or so. Okay, so as you go along adding your ingredients and mixing your ingredients just with a spatula, make sure you clean the sides of your bowl and the bottom of your bowl, most importantly, because sometimes ingredients tend to stick down there and you don't want that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our flour, actually half of our flour, and we're going to add in half of our milk. And we're going to mix just until incorporated. Do not overmix your batter. Okay, so now we'll add in our remaining milk. It already smells so good in here, I can't even tell you. And you want to make sure that you have your oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Another mix for about 30 seconds, and then we'll add in our remaining ingredients. Okay, so now that we have all those ingredients mixed together, I have removed my bowl from my standing mixer, and now it's time to use our spatula. So I'm adding in my ham that was mixed in with the flour. I'm also adding in my scallions. Okay. And we're just going to mix till incorporated. Remember not to overmix, especially once you've added your flour. Okay, so now for our baking pan, I'm going to be using a 9 by 13 inch baking pan. You can most definitely make this in a bundt cake pan, in a Pyrex pan, a Pyrex glass dish. It's totally up to you, but I just find it easier this way. Now, just make sure that you do butter your pan very well, very generously, with some softened butter or even some margarine. And I like to place the parchment paper because it most definitely is much easier to remove. So what we're going to do now is just add in our cake. Okay. Now with my offset spatula, I'm just going to even it out. Okay, so my cake baked for exactly 30 minutes, and now what we're going to do is we're going to add some melted butter on the top of our cake as soon as you take it out of the oven. So I have 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, and I'm just going to, with my pastry brush here, just going to lightly butter the whole thing. You don't want to overdo it, just to kind of give it a nice buttery topping. Okay, now we'll let this sit for about 15 minutes and then we're going to try some. Okay, so just look at that gorgeousness inside. Just perfection. So now let's try a piece of our savory cake here. It's still very hot, but it is so good, so moist. When you're cutting it, it's so tender, and I can't even tell you how good this is. You're gonna have to try it for yourself. Alright everyone, so here we have our delicious savory cake. Very simple to make, very few ingredients, and most definitely worth making. I do suggest you make this recipe because you are going to love it. It's going to be one of your favorites. So that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up so you can help our channel grow. Don't forget to share the recipe, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already so you can receive all my new delicious recipes and uploads that are coming soon. And don't forget to hit that notification bell to be sure to receive all of my videos as soon as they are uploaded. And that's about it. I'll see you in my next video, everyone. Bye.